Hey folks, Ben hopping in here. This is going to be my first upload to this channel in I think about a month and a half now, or about roughly around there. I don't know how exactly, a little more maybe. I don't know, maybe a couple months even. Fuck it. I'd like to start off by apologizing for just vanishing without any explanation. That I I tend to drift away from things very easily. And even though I've made a commitment to myself and to this channel to not do that, I started doing that. It started with, oh, family is going on a trip. Family happened to include me in this case. So I'm going to record stuff ahead of time so that I still can have it go up. And then I didn't do that. So that was, where the break sort of started. And then when we got back, both of my parents had COVID, which that then meant that I was essentially taking care of them. And then right as they were recovering, I started having symptoms. So that fucking sucked. I was in no fucking mood whatsoever to record anything. I did not have the energy. I did not have the desire. I just genuinely, I spent most of the time that I had COVID uh, just lying in bed, honestly. Now, the the thing about that is that then built up, even more of a sort of streak of not doing anything. And then, my next plan was, okay, I'm just gonna get ready and have it ready for when I upload the next Reason to Live video in early April. And obviously, it's been 3 fucking weeks since then. I haven't done shit. But I'm here now. I'm I just streamed last night with Coin for the first time in months. I'm getting back into this. I'm not gonna do what I have done the 3 previous times I tried to make this channel work. I'm not gonna just drop it and let it go and give up. I'm not gonna let myself do that. I don't know if you care. I don't know if you are even going to watch this video. I'm sure there are plenty of people who couldn't care less about the shit that's been going on with me in my life. However, I can say pretty definitively, I don't think that. I think I'm going to be able to keep doing this. It's just a matter of being more honest with myself and more respectful of myself and of, what limited audience I do have. And holding myself fucking accountable. Which is something I've really struggled to do in the past. It comes with the territory of ADHD and anxiety. But, I've only got so much time here on this earth. And having a panic attack every time I think about that does not help me make use of it any better. So I just have to work on making better use of it. And that means doing the things I know will give me fulfillment, even when it's hard, even when I am finding all sorts of excuses not to do it because it scares me. Because the one thing that scares me more is being irrelevant. is not having had any impact on anything. And, you know, I, even if it feels like I'm living my life at 300 miles an hour, it's better than just letting it float away from me idly. Yeah, sorry. Took a kind of dark turn there. Oh, another thing that happened that fucking kept me from fully getting back into this after I recovered from COVID was, well, and also after the deadline that I set for myself with Reason to Live passed, was the public radio station I work at had a fund drive for a little over a week. So that was, obviously another factor, right? Having to be there and be available for that. Uh, Fund drives on public radio, if you're not familiar, are basically just non-stop talking about how we need the money. Here's what you get if you donate. Here, and I do not have the energy to talk for 40, 50 minutes, or 20, 30 it takes of actual talking to make a video. I just didn't have the energy, in part because I was still, in a sense, recovering from COVID. And yeah, I I've obviously I've also been kind of a tough emotional space, but that's not a fucking excuse. Being being struggling with a depressive episode is not an excuse to not do the things I know will help me break out of that. And I know that, and that's part of why I don't do those things, because I fucking self-harm emotionally instead of physically. Which is fucked. But it's something I do. It's how I work. And I'm trying to change that. I go to therapy. But yeah, I fucking beat the shit out of myself emotionally because I don't do it physically anymore, but I still fall back in the same habits, and I was self-harming emotionally long before I ever self-harmed physically. And for a long time I was doing both at once. It's just it's part of it's been a part of my life for a really long time. And again, I'm trying to change it. And I believe very strongly it can be changed. I've started changing it. That's part of why I'm actually fucking getting back into this time rather than letting it sit for 2 to 5 years again. It's not the same as what I've done before, which I think shows improvement on my part. I'm also, I'm making commitments to try and improve myself in other ways and improve my skill set, even where it's fucking scary. Like, I actually talked a little bit in the stream last night, which for you, well, for me, it's like an hour ago. For you, it's last night. I talked a bit about it, but I'm fucking scared of learning After Effects, which is one of the things that I want to learn to be better at editing videos. Because learning After Effects means admitting I don't know how to use it, which means admitting I'm not a perfect person. Admitting that I don't already know everything. Admitting that I can't do everything first try without any training. Which is a really fucking shitty thing to be scared of, and stupid thing to be scared of, but I am terrified. Because I'm a flawed human being. Like any human being. It's just part of my nature, I guess. Part of who and what I am. So yeah, starting tomorrow, regular uploads will resume. And you can bet your ass that I'm going to be more committed to it this time. I'm not going to let it lapse again. I'm going to build up a backlog in case I need to make use of it. I'm going to have stuff prepared in advance. I'm going to be fucking organized. I'm going to be fucking responsible to myself and, again, to what little audience I have. And maybe I'll branch out into short form content, even though I fucking despise it. Because it, you know, it just does for video what TikTok did for essays. It boils everything down to who can say the shortest, quippiest thing, and if you try to give any actual explanation, it's just taken as proof that you're a fucking ridiculous person. You know, an NPC, as they say. Sorry, you can tell that I feel fucking strongly about this. Anyway, that's all to say. That this has just been sort of a half stream of consciousness rant and apology. And whatever the fuck else it is, I don't fucking know. But I'm back. I can't say for sure that I'm here to stay. No one can. But I'm going to try to stay this time. Even though I'm afraid, for the reasons previously mentioned, of making any statements like that, statements that I present as fact, even when I don't know for sure that they are. Saying things with intent rather than just trying to hedge my bets so that I won't be wrong. I'm trying to make progress, and this is one of the places I'm trying to make progress in. So all I can really do is ask that you folks be patient and understanding with me. And I can say thank you for watching my content. And I will also say something that I have been meaning to start saying in all my stuff for a little while, actually, since just before that big ol' hiatus happened. If you're going to like the video, please just leave a comment saying why, saying what part it is that you liked. It can even just be as simple as a timestamp. Because as it turns out, YouTube Analytics does not tell you the timestamps where people are liking or disliking your video. For some fucking reason. It seems like that would be a real easy thing for them to do. But I guess, no, that's too complicated. So if you're going to leave a like, just drop a comment saying when you liked, why you liked, any of those things. And that'll help me know, what you like, of course. But that way I'll be able to put more of that stuff in my content in the future. And maybe if I do another one of these more personal, just me talking to the camera things, I'll be able to put that in, make it better for people's tastes as well. Because while I don't like the sort of the business model, as it were, of making stuff that other people want to see instead of what you want to be making, I do want to know what it is about what I'm making that people like. I want to know what it is that people think I'm doing well at. Because if you think I'm doing well at something, first off, that gives me confidence and courage and a sense of validation in doing this. But also, it tells me, okay, this is where I'm actually able to meet expectations, which means I have to work on the rest. Rather than me just feeling hopeless and at a loss and like I have to just get better around the board entirely and I don't know what I'm doing well and what I'm not. Having that feedback, that more specific feedback, helps. So, yeah. Thank you again for watching. and I will see you all, for sure, next time.